Hey everyone, hope you're doing great, and I'm thrilled to have you back for this new breakdown. Today we're stepping away from the urban frenzy to enter a sanctuary of serenity. For his Spring-Summer 2025 Haute Couture collection, Giambattista Valli invites us into the heart of his secret garden, Les Jardins de la Menara. Inspired by the historic oases of Marrakech, the designer throws an emotional bridge between the present and his memories of past strolls with his late friend and muse, Radziwill. An ambitious approach that transforms the runway into a haven of peace, suspended out of time. Under the spotlights, the atmosphere fills with the warmth of a late afternoon in Marrakech. No cold or minimalist backdrop here. The models walk on authentic Moroccan rugs, while a cleverly orchestrated breeze sweeps through the space. It's a master painting in motion. You can instantly picture the softness of a sunny, windy day. The viewer feels a lightness that is almost therapeutic, a striking contrast to the heaviness of the outside world. To understand this collection, you have to see the garment as a filter of pure optimism placed over an often harsh reality. Valli rejects cynicism and delivers an ode to reconciliation. The common thread is this romantic aesthetic pushed to its absolute peak, where fashion doesn't seek to provoke just for shock value, but becomes a healing force. It's the expression of an elegance that mends wounds, a softness that stands as a strong statement against the current times. On the runway, the posture is one of airy, almost volatile grace. The silhouettes oscillate between theatrical opulence and complete fluidity. The standout element redefining the frame this season is the work on the lower volumes. The billowy silk taffeta skirts come alive with every step. They catch the air to mimic the traditional movement of floating jalabas, giving the models a stride that is both royal and entirely liberated. You notice a layering of materials on the bodices that defies the laws of gravity. That's where the manufacturing secret lies. Beneath these cascades of hand-pleated muslin hides a flawless piece of invisible engineering. Microstructures of tulle support the lightweight, multi-tiered layers. This allows the ombre petals to give the illusion that they are floating entirely on their own, as if suspended by the Marrakech wind. The color palette is a vibrant alternation of icy tones and solar flashes. It's through the blending of textures that the collection gains its full organic depth. The garments feel as though they have traveled through cultures and eras. Mughal roses, a nod to India, are densely embroidered onto the coats and capes of opulent brocade, creating a beautiful contrast with the pearlescent sheen of the lighter fabrics. When you zoom in on the silhouettes, the intimacy of the narrative unfolds. The focus lands on a centerpiece, a fluid shell-pink tunic with a subtle 60s charm. It's the perfect embodiment of Valli's effortless sophistication. This piece isn't just a technical display, it's an intimate tribute, as this exact shade of pink was Radziwill's signature color. A delicate touch that turns couture into a dialogue across time. The show's progression is designed like a rhythmic blossoming. We start with the purity of soft lines and minimal sheath dresses, before watching the show build in dramatic intensity. The volumes expand, the brocades grow denser, culminating in the final climax with a profusion of taffeta. An explosion of billowy silhouettes that fill the space with their poetic white and pink hues. So of course we have to ask the question, in an era that so often demands pragmatism, does this avalanche of absolute romanticism and impalpable muslins disconnect haute couture a bit too much from daily reality? These monumental volumes and ultra-sensitive drapes dictate a style of walking that belongs almost exclusively to palaces and stolen moments, raising questions about the place of pure theatricality today. At its core, what we take away from this vision is the maturity with which Giambattista Valli reaffirms his identity. He proves that his couture heritage isn't frozen, but can be enriched by outside influences to deliver a masterclass in harmony. This collection demonstrates that respecting cultural traditions, when fused with demanding craftsmanship, remains the best way to offer a hopeful vision for the future of fashion. I'd be curious to get your take on one specific detail. What did you think of this parallel between the movement of the taffeta gowns and that of traditional jalabas? Does this cultural integration bring the necessary touch of modernity to Valli's style, or do you prefer his more classic volumes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for sharing this moment with me. To go further and sharpen your eye on these collections, always try during your next viewings to observe how a designer uses the wind and movement to give life to a rigid material. That's where the magic happens. See you very soon for a new breakdown.